Let's just remind you now of what's been happening in New York, where 700 people have been arrested during protests in Manhattan. It forced police to close Brooklyn Bridge for several hours. Now, the demonstrators who had locked arms and marched towards the traffic, angry about bailouts of the US banks. Our US reporter Hannah Thomas-Peter has the latest.
All day, all week, Occupy Wall Street.
They call themselves the Occupy Wall Street movement. A growing group of protesters angry at a lack of jobs and the 2008 banking bailouts at the height of the financial crisis. After camping near Wall Street for 2 weeks, a group of them raised the stakes, marching over Brooklyn Bridge, blocking traffic lanes and closing the iconic Manhattan landmark for hours. As the New York Police Department battled to control them, a standoff was followed by the arrest of hundreds of people.
The whole world's watching! The whole world's watching!
The police have defended their approach, insisting protesters were warned repeatedly to keep away from the road.
Let them go! Let them go!
There was nothing just about what they were doing. We didn't antagonize them, we didn't confront them in any way, and when we sat down, they started grabbing legs, they started grabbing arms, random people. There were kids up there. There were kids up there, and they were literally like hurting us like if we were cattle.
Occupy Wall Street is a loosely organized group with no clear leadership, aims or real demands. But they're angry that ordinary Americans are still suffering from the effects of over 9% unemployment and a weak economic recovery, problems the government is struggling to combat. One local congressman who turned up to support the protest wasn't made to feel welcome.
This is the beginning of taking back our country. A handful of people.
How about political accountability? What happened to that?
We have to do it. You want to get rid of politicians, you gotta vote.
You, sir, have no business being here, and you are part of the problem. You have no business.
It's a peaceful march.
This is a song.
It's a peaceful march.
This is a song.
However they've been organising themselves, they can no longer be ignored, and the problem they pose for the NYPD isn't going away.
All week, Occupy Wall Street.
Some members of the group have vowed to stay in Wall Street through the winter. Hannah Thomas-Peter, Sky News.